David Goldberg. In May 2015, David Goldberg was on vacation at a luxury resort in Mexico. Like always, he went to the gym early. No entourage, no assistants. Just him, a treadmill, and a workout routine he had done countless times before. Security cameras show him entering the gym alone. Minutes later, something went wrong. Investigators believe David either slipped or lost consciousness while stepping off the treadmill. He fell backward, striking his head with devastating force. There was no one around to hear the fall, no one to stop the bleeding, no one to call for help. By the time staff found him, it was too late. The medical examiner ruled the death an accidental head injury. No foul play, no warning signs. Just a moment. David Goldberg didn't die from being unfit. He didn't die from recklessness. He died because gyms are dangerous when you're alone, and gravity doesn't care who you are. His death shocked Silicon Valley. A man who optimized everything in his life died because of a single, silent fall. Mohammed Benaziza. In the early 1990s, Benaziza was obsessed with perfection. His gym sessions lasted hours. He trained dehydrated. He pushed through pain most people would collapse from. In July 1992, after extreme gym preparation and dehydration protocols meant to make his muscles look sharper, Benaziza collapsed shortly after training and competing. Doctors found his organs shutting down. His blood was dangerously thick. His potassium levels were lethal. He died at just 33 years old. The gym didn't kill him instantly, but it slowly broke his body down until it failed. Andreas Münzer. Münzer trained obsessively, often twice a day. His gym sessions were brutal. He combined extreme dieting, dehydration, and performance-enhancing drugs. In 1996, after months of intense gym training and preparation, he collapsed. Doctors discovered internal bleeding so severe it looked like a car accident victim. His liver failed. His immune system collapsed. He died at 31. Justin Vicky. Justin Vicky wasn't just another gym goer. He was a professional bodybuilder, a fitness influencer, and the owner of one of the most popular gyms in Bali, Indonesia. His life revolved around strength. Every day, people watched him lift impossible weights online. His physique was proof: discipline, pain, repetition. He trained hard, and he trained publicly. On July 15, 2023, Justin walked into his own gym to do what he had done hundreds of times before: a heavy squat. Friends were nearby. Other lifters watched. This wasn't reckless, it looked routine. But heavy lifts don't care about confidence. Justin loaded the bar with more than 210 kilograms, approximately 463 pounds. He stepped under it, unracked it, lowered into the squat. As he began to rise, something went wrong. Witnesses say his legs failed mid-lift. His body leaned forward. The barbell rolled violently across his shoulders and slammed down onto his neck and upper spine. The sound echoed across the gym. Justin collapsed instantly. People rushed toward him. The bar was lifted off his body. Someone called emergency services. Justin was still conscious, but barely. He couldn't stand. He couldn't feel his legs. He was rushed to the hospital, suffering from critical spinal compression and severe trauma to his neck. Doctors fought to stabilize him. For days, Justin remained in intensive care. His spinal cord had been damaged. Swelling around the neck made breathing difficult. His body, once built to endure pain, was shutting down. Despite surgery and emergency treatment, complications followed. On July 20, 2023, 5 days after the lift, Justin Vicky died. He was 33 years old. Kyle Thompson. Kyle Thompson was young, strong, familiar with the gym. This wasn't his first time under a barbell. It wasn't reckless. It wasn't a stunt. Like many lifters, Kyle trained alone. Late hours, fewer people, no distractions, and no spotter. He loaded the bar, laid back on the bench, and unracked the weight. At first, everything looked normal. During the set, Kyle began to struggle. The bar slowed. His arms shook. The weight stopped moving. That's the point where a spotter matters most. But there was no one there. The barbell dropped, pinning his chest and neck against the bench. Witnesses later described seeing him trapped beneath the weight, unable to lift it, unable to roll it away. When heavy weight cuts off airflow, panic comes fast. Strength disappears even faster. Gym accidents don't always look dramatic. Sometimes they're quiet. Kyle fought for air. Seconds passed, then minutes. By the time others realized something was wrong and rushed to help, the damage had already begun. Emergency services were called. But oxygen deprivation doesn't wait for sirens. Kyle Thompson was pronounced dead from asphyxiation caused by the barbell. Yashtika Acharya. Yashtika Acharya was only 17 years old, but she was already a rising name in Indian powerlifting. She wasn't new to strength. She wasn't careless. She had medals, records, experience. Training was her life. On February 2024, Yashtika was inside a gym in Bikaner, Rajasthan, preparing for a heavy squat, a foundational lift she had performed countless times before. This wasn't a competition. This was training. And training is where bodies are pushed closest to their limits. The bar was loaded to approximately 270 kilograms, around 595 pounds, an extreme weight, even by elite standards. Yashtika stepped under the bar, unracked it, lowered into the squat. At the bottom of the movement, something went wrong. As she attempted to rise, her body shifted backward. In a split second, the bar rolled off its position and crashed down onto her neck and upper spine. The impact was immediate. She collapsed to the platform. Her coach rushed forward. Others in the gym froze, then moved. The bar was lifted off her body, but Yashtika wasn't responding. Emergency services were called, and she was rushed to the hospital. Doctors attempted to revive her, but the injury was catastrophic. She was pronounced dead shortly after arrival. Ariadna Lizeth Mata. Ariadna Lizeth Mata Esparza was 21 years old. She was athletic, disciplined, and deeply committed to CrossFit, a sport built on intensity, endurance, and pushing past limits. Training hard wasn't optional, it was the culture. In August 2022, Ariadna was participating in a high-intensity CrossFit workout at a gym in Mexico. Like many sessions, it involved repeated movements, heavy exertion, and minimal rest. To outsiders, it looked normal. To athletes, it felt familiar. But inside Ariadna's body, something was going wrong. Witnesses later said Ariadna appeared fatigued, but not alarmingly so. She kept moving, kept pushing, kept pace with the workout. That's the danger with extreme conditioning. Pain is expected. Exhaustion is normal. Stopping feels like failure. At some point during or shortly after the workout, Ariadna collapsed. At first, people thought she had simply overexerted herself. Then she didn't get up. Coaches and gym staff rushed to her side. Emergency services were called. She was transported to a hospital in critical condition. Doctors quickly realized this wasn't just dehydration or muscle fatigue. Ariadna was suffering from rhabdomyolysis, a condition where extreme muscle breakdown releases toxins into the bloodstream. Her kidneys were failing. Her organs were shutting down. Despite medical intervention, her condition worsened. Ariadna Lizeth Mata Esparza died shortly after. She was 21 years old. Siddharth Kumar Singh. Siddharth Kumar Singh was young, active, and committed to fitness. Like millions of others, the gym was part of his daily routine, a place to build strength, discipline, and control. There was nothing unusual about that day. No competition, no record attempt, just another training session. Witnesses later said Siddharth appeared normal, focused, breathing hard like anyone else working out, until suddenly, he wasn't standing anymore. Without warning, Siddharth fell to the gym floor. At first, people thought he had slipped or become dizzy, but he didn't respond. Gym staff rushed to him. Someone called emergency services. CPR was attempted. The room that moments ago had been filled with clanging weights went silent. Paramedics arrived quickly, but Siddharth never regained consciousness. He was pronounced dead shortly after. Doctors later reported that Siddharth suffered a sudden cardiac arrest, likely triggered by physical exertion. No external injury, no equipment failure, just a heart that stopped. Cases like this are often linked to undiagnosed heart conditions, structural or electrical abnormalities that can remain invisible until intense exercise places the heart under extreme stress. People struggle to understand how someone who looked healthy, someone who worked out regularly, could die so suddenly. But this is one of the most dangerous myths in fitness, that looking fit means being safe. In reality, exertion can expose conditions no scan, no mirror, and no routine check ever revealed. Sudden cardiac arrest during exercise happens fast. There is often no pain, no warning, no second chance. By the time the body collapses, the clock is already running out. For Siddharth, that moment came without mercy.